Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, July 9th of 2023. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Today's topic is about healing feelings of inadequacy. Those feelings of inadequacy, I don't know that they show up directly as feelings of inadequacy, but we question ourselves, right? Do we really have what it takes to do what we really want to do? Or we're in a meeting at work and we hesitate to speak up. Even when we know the answers, we have viable solutions that somebody might really appreciate. But, we've heard so much all of our lives that, it's just been shut down every time you try to speak up or open your voice or share an opinion or have an idea, and you get shut down by parents, siblings, teachers, coworkers, managers, and siblings. They're great at that. And we internalize their words, right? And we get patterned with this feeling like, well, you don't have anything to contribute to this, so just keep it shut. You don't have anything of value to offer here, and nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Like, just shut it down, right? I know this was certainly true for me for most of my life. I really lived with a deep insecurity, and you know, I knew inside myself that I was capable and I was intelligent and I really did have value, but I kept it inside until I realized that the voices of those people that spoke those things to me all of my life, that was from them. That was their own stuff, their own thoughts, their own beliefs. They needed a place to park it, and I was a place where they parked it. And so it left me with this feeling that I was inadequate, that I didn't have what it takes, that I couldn't show up and have my voice heard. But when I recognized that, wait a minute, that's from them, it's not my truth. My truth is in me, and nobody can take that away from me. And that's where I really started doing some deep inner work. And I can say that I am, for the most part now, finally at the place, and have been, you know, at the place to really own my voice and feel that I can speak up and bring value. And not only that, but that when I do speak up, it is valuable, that it creates a better environment for the whole team, for the whole family, for the total dynamic of any relationships, for groups, anything. If I do show up fully embodied, empowered, bring my voice, speak my ideas, and contribute, right? To heal means to make whole. That's true within our own selves, and it's also true within the collective. If we want to heal the collective of a group, of a family, of the collective consciousness of our humanity, we need to show up embodied, empowered with our voices and contribute the ideas that and inspirations that come through us, what we're given, what we have. We're here to show up and bring it and create wholeness within the larger body of our humanity and of our spheres that we travel in. This is what brings healing, not only individually, but to the whole, to the collective. So that's our topic for today. Let's go ahead and come into our meditation and healing circle. Let's come together sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, making one circle. And let's bring everything to face the center of the circle, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your throat, your heart, and your belly. Bring everything to face into the center. And Together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Just imagine, feel, perceive this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, filling all of our space. This light is cleansing, it is purifying, it is illuminating. To let this light fill the space and cleanse your space. What is around you, what is in your field, what is in your environment. Energetically, just let that be cleansed and purified. Divine light, Ya Nur. And let this light, just let the light fall on your skin and be absorbed into your skin. And as you inhale, just draw that light in through your pores and let it travel into your nervous system, your electrical system of your body. And let this light, as it travels through the electrical system of your body, let it just be cleansing and purifying and cleaning up any of the matter along your electrical pathways that keeps your nervous system from being true to its true nature. Ya Nur, pure divine light. And just imagine this light streaming in through the top of your head and moving all the way through your body. You can elongate your spine and align your spine so that that light comes through the top of your head and moves through the core of your body, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. Just feel that light moving through your core. Let it move all the way through, all the way down along the front of your spine and through your base. And take a deep breath, really center into the center of your body. And again, together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. Just imagine, perceive this unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle, just raining down like a gentle waterfall. And let your heart center, that funnel of energy from the front of your heart space, let it turn to the center of our circle, tip up slightly, and receive that gentle waterfall into your heart center. You can use your breath. Let this be a breathing portal and breathe that gentle rain of unconditional love. Breathe it into your heart. And as you exhale, just blow out, release any of the clutter, any of the tension. And just inhale again. Let that pure, unconditional love just travel through your heart center. And let it be, let it be like a gentle wave. The waves roll onto the shore. Excuse me. And then when they go back out, they're drawn back into the ocean. And let it carry any debris from your heart center. Let it just carry that back into the ocean. And each time, let it roll up farther and farther into your heart center. And again, elongate your spine. Let yourself lean back into that space behind your heart, between your heart and your spine. And just receive that flow of unconditional love all the way through your heart and into that vertical core. And let yourself just draw all of your energy into your vertical core, right in the center of your body, in the core of your body. And lean into that core. Receive this unconditional love like a gentle waterfall as you stand in that core of your core divine light. And inhale, draw all of your energy into that core. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your hips, land into your pelvic bowl. And let yourself be anchored into your pelvic bowl, into your hips. Like let yourself really land there. That's your center of gravity, right? When you have your weight balanced in that core, in that center of gravity, the center of your pelvic bowl. That's when you can have better balance and posture and where you're less likely to injure yourself in movement. And it's also a place where you can really be and feel embodied and like you're present and owning who you are. Let yourself land in that place. Lean into your spine. Breathe into that space behind your heart. And again, together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion. This eternal compassion, let it flow into our circle and fill all of the space around our circle as it already does. It is the container of our entire existence, is this pure compassion. Ya Rahman. It is the pure compassion. As the poet Rumi says, these forms we seem to be are cups floating in an ocean of living consciousness. So as you be present in the center channel of your body, anchor into your pelvic bowl, lean into your spine, into that vertical core, that core of light, and receive that unconditional love into your heart. And let your whole body rest into this ocean of living consciousness, this pure, eternal compassion. It is eternal because it extends beyond this time and space realm. As my teacher used to say, the world of pre-eternity, because eternity only matters in a realm where there is time. Right? Outside of time, what is eternity? Just let yourself be held in this ocean of living consciousness, this pure, eternal compassion. Compassion loves, it holds, it nurtures, it nourishes. It's completely 100% accepting of who you are right here, right now. As the unconditional love is 100% accepting and loving of who you are and what you are right here and right now. Nothing to change first in order to be held in love and compassion. It's right here, right now, as you are, unconditional. So just breathe with that, like resting in that pure divine light, receiving that unconditional love and letting it love you, and being held in this womb of compassion, pure compassion. And just tune into your heart and tune into your body. Are there places inside of you that have been told in any way, shape, or form that they are inadequate to show up, to be you, to contribute what you have to offer, to say, to share, to do, to express in any way? Are those voices within you? I think we all have them. So invite those voices from within you. Just invite them out of your psyche and your energy body, your energy template, your imprints. Just invite them to move out and step into this place in the center of our circle that is full of light and love and compassion. Just feel them. You can feel them like leaving your electrical field, your energy field of your body. You may experience it differently, but just, let them be pulled out, escorted out, as the case may be, and just gather in the center of the circle. And as we sit in this space, this may sound crazy, but let's extend a moment of gratitude to those voices. We internalize them. Why do we internalize other people's voices? Because their words hurt. And we don't want to get hurt again. So we internalize those voices. And they sit there and quiet us so that we don't speak up and get hurt again. So in a way, they've been a protector. They've been a regulator. They've tried to help. So let's just extend a gratitude for the service they've provided. Thank them for their service. And let's bring some completion to that service. Let them know that you would like to try again or try another way. And if you're not ready for that, it's okay. You can just let them hang out here for a minute while we do our healing exercise. The thing about these voices is, if you need them again, you know how to call them back, right? It's how they came in the first place. You can always call them back. They're not that far away until you really strengthen yourself and there's no need for these protective voices. But I want to just make a call to the angels. Call to our source to send the angels, the healers, the helpers, the guides, the prophets, the saints, the perfected ones, all who are here to help on our journey. If there's anything here that is ready to be released, that can be released safely without leaving any trace or causing any harm, that it be released in this moment. And cleared from our space and from your space, from your body, from your mind, from your heart, from your soul, from your spirit, from your higher intellect. Just letting that go. Underneath those voices is a place inside of you that has been hurt. So if you're in touch with that place, if you tune into your heart, you tune into your body, you feel those places inside yourself, just let these places just turn to this light and love and compassion. And let this light and love and compassion surround those places in your heart and in your body. Surround them with love. Surround them with compassion. And let them be held. And see if they will open, if they're ready to allow themselves to be loved, to be held, to be seen, to be acknowledged and affirmed for their truth, Just invite them to receive this light and love and compassion. Let the compassion hold them, the love heal them, and the light illuminate the truth. Invite them to receive deeply. And if this is in your heart, just turn your heart. And there's always a reflection of it in the heart. It's how we feel. And let your heart turn to this light and love and compassion, and let your heart be loved. Let your heart be held, and let the truth and the wisdom in your heart be illuminated. Just breathe that in all the way into the center of your heart. Let it be held. Let it be loved. Let it be illuminated. And feel the truth. Feel the truth in your heart. Allow yourself to receive. Be held in compassion and filled with love. And receive and breathe that in. Use your breath. You can use movement from your body if you need to, like, breathe and let something, just the micro movements. The micro movements really help us to tune into those specific places. So if there's a place in your body where you feel something tensing up or resisting, just let your breath move into that space and let it have just a gentle flow. Let the breath expand it. And if it wants to, like, unwind in some way, let that happen. Let your body have that movement. Let your breath flow into that space. Let that part of you be loved. Let it be loved. And let it be held. And let it unwind and release. Let it unwind and release. Use your breath. You can use sound also. Sound vibration. That's a good sound for this, for the group. You might try just the sound like an M, like a humming, like a and let that sound vibration get into that space. That that's that sound of, like, that represents, like, in the emanation of creation, where the soul is breathed into the body to be integrated into a body with senses, to experience the world through senses. That is where we're integrated into form to have an experience of the frame by frame movie through our senses that allows us to, like, see a whole picture, a whole movie, and feel, right, through our ears, eyes, nose, mouth, and our hearts to really experience this life. And it means the fluid essence, like the fluid essence of the divine. That, letting that fluid essence of the divine be embodied to experience itself through our participation in this life, which we agreed to do when we came in. that unwind. And now that place inside of you, underneath the hurt, that knows its truth, right? Just lean deeper into that place, because underneath the place that got hurt is the place that knows the truth and has known it all along, right? Somehow felt it was unsafe to express or to show up and to be, but that truth is there. So let yourself now lean deeper into that space, into that truth. Yahak. Yahak is the name of divine truth. And let's call on truth, right? The essence of divine truth. As you lean into that place, right? That light really illuminates truth. Let's call on that truth to come forward and really take up the space. Take up the space as this wounds are being healed and all of the voices are being washed out. Let the truth from within you like rise up and take up that space. We call on the divine power of strength, the inner strength, right? Not the outer strength that compensates for lack of strength and goes and beats people up, but the inner strength that just is. Like the grass is green, the sky is blue, the sun is bright, you are you, that level of strength. The tree is the tree, and it is strong and it is beautiful, is what it is, because it is what God made. So let that inner strength really come, take up that space. That inner truth, take up that space, and calling on the divine power of strength, and let that really just come in again into your vertical core, and let it strengthen your core all along your spine. Again, as you inhale, draw in all of your energy into the core of your body, along this vertical core. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl, center in your hips. Feel your center of gravity in your body. Sometimes it helps to slightly engage your lower abdominal muscles, just to feel that strength in your belly, in your core. And you're landing into that space, like beneath your belly button where your lower dantian is, like halfway front to back, halfway side to side, and let that be your center. You anchor into, ground into, and you feel that vertical core running along your spine, connecting your head center, your heart center, your pelvic center, your sacral center. And feel that strength, like that light and that truth and that strength really taking up that space along your vertical core. Let that take up that space along your vertical core. Anchor in your hips. Let the truth from within you emerge. And if you want to stand up and put your hands on your hips in that like Wonder Woman Superman stance, right? But it's a little bit different. Feet hip width apart, hands on the hips, spine elongated, chest lifted, but the head not up like not, turned up, but slight downward tilt. So you're really containing your energy within the core of your body. Like you are in your body, and stay anchored in that center, and let that truth from within you, let it really take up the space along your spine. And Ya Aziz, the truth is Allah, the inner strength, that's divine strength that lives within you, is Al-Aziz, Ya Aziz. So we call on Ya Haq and Ya Aziz, and let it fill your whole being. You have everything within you, and it has been there all along. These things get shut down and quieted throughout life, but it is there. This is your truth, and no one can ever take it from you. And when you show up with this, you show up with this, like anyone else's reaction to your beauty, to your power, to your strength, to your truth, that's their reaction. It is not a reflection of you. You stand in, and Jesus said, speak the truth in love. We're not here to beat anybody up with who we are, right? That's not about beating anyone up. And I think sometimes we fear that because we've experienced that through other people, when they show up with their air quotes truth, that it's so powerful you feel like you're getting beat up. That's not necessary. Like, we don't need to show up in a way that hurts people. Just show up. Grass is green, sky is blue, sun is bright, you are you. Grass doesn't apologize for being green, but we just like to see the grass on the rolling hills, the beautiful green lawn. It's like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's nature. Same with the blue sky. It's beautiful. It's nature. It doesn't overpower. It doesn't strengthen. I mean, it doesn't beat us up, right? Sometimes the clouds do. Sometimes the rain does, the weather, right? But that beautiful blue sky, it doesn't have to prove anything. It just is. That beautiful bright sun, it doesn't have to prove anything. It just is. And you don't have to prove anything, and you don't have to hide anything. You don't have to apologize for anything. You are. You are because you are. Because it is what the divine made. And you are here to be. And you are here to bring all of your beauty, all of your strength, all of your truth, your breath, your voice, all of you, to be whole and to contribute to the wholeness of your community, of your family, of your relationships, of the collective of our consciousness. Just think if every human being could show up in their beauty, in their love, and in their truth, fully embodied, excuse me, owning their truth, their power, their strength in a loving and compassionate way. Right? Sometimes we do need to get strong, right? And to bring the strength. But a lot of times when we feel like we need to bring the strength is because someone else is having a reaction. But if we can stand in this and say, okay, your reaction is yours and it's going to stay over there with you. I am going to continue to stand in my strength and in my truth. I can hear you and I can like discern and choose what to do with what you're saying. But I don't have to let it knock me off my center or disconnect me from my truth and the value that I know that I carry. Right? You are capable. You have your value. You have your wisdom. You have your intelligence. You have your truth. And you're here to be it and to contribute. No apology necessary for that. No need to hide it. No need to dumb it down for anybody else's sake. You are totally adequate and beyond. You are not inadequate. You are enough. Your beauty shines through. Your truth is here to be. To be. And when you own it in yourself and you be it, you can, again, with that discernment, you can choose when to bring it out and when to just be in your own knowing, in your own comfort. It's a choice, but you don't ever have to disconnect from your truth, your beauty, your power, your sensitivity in order for someone else to be okay. When you stand in your truth and and you have strength, this is like, it really gives more like that structure, right? When it's on the inside at the core of your being, it really gives you more ability to flow, more fluidity, more love and compassion, more opportunity to exchange ideas, both giving and receiving. It's a beautiful place to be in the world. So again, let's center in your body, land into your pelvic bowl, ground into your hips, lean into your spine, breathe into your heart. Breathe all of the parts of yourself into the core of your body. Exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, lean into your heart, and breathe. Feel that strength from within you and the truth from within you. Just move and really take up the full space along your spine. And let yourself just breathe into that space. Let the rest of your body relax, right? And let just like a tree growing out of the ground, a strong oak tree at the core of your being, right? Its branches can sway, its leaves can dangle around, its roots are deep into the ground, absorbing up all of that nourishment, the water and the minerals and everything from the earth, and the leaves gathering the sunlight, and the trunk is strong. The trunk is strong. It provides a leaning space and shade and coolness. And it is. Kun fayakun, as we say, be and it is, be and it is, be and it is. And from this place, just imagine yourself. Don't leave that center in your body, stay in that same posture. And now imagine yourself in that communication, that relationship, the family, the community, the work, the school, whatever it is, with your peers or whatever groups. Just imagine yourself in that space communicating. What is it that you have to say? And imagine yourself just communicating and staying in this place, centered, grounded in your truth, in your strength, and coming from a place of love. And whatever reactions they may have, let them stay with them. Stay with the people, and you stay in your truth. You stay in your center. What do you have to contribute? What do you have to bring? The truth is, when you come from this place, it really provides a model and an example for others in the space to be able to do the same, and to know that it's safe, to know that you can come from a place of truth and strength without being hurtful to others. And like everyone can show up and complete the group dynamic, if you will. It gives more strength, it gives more power, it gives more beauty to whatever you are here on this planet to create together. And sometimes when you step out of the way that you've been for a long time, it creates a ripple in the waves. It takes a minute for those ripples to smooth out, and that's okay. Just recognize that might be a part of it, and that's okay. Because honestly, if you've been in that place of feeling inadequate to share your voice and not bringing your fullness, there's been a ripple. There's been a ripple. And it's not been a kind ripple to you. So being in this place, standing in your truth, being empowered with your inner strength, and coming from a place of love, it's the kindness and the compassion for all. Okay. So I'm going to end the recording and open for our Q&A. If you're listening to the recording, well, first, if you're watching on Facebook, you're welcome to join us for the Q&A. I'll turn off the recording. The link where you can join us for Q&A, either by the website or by phone, is in the description on the Facebook. If you're watching a recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. You can find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. While you're there, sign up to receive the reminders and the replays. When you do, you'll receive 2 free gifts. One is just a one sheet, not just. I said I'm going to stop saying that. One is a one sheet that you can print out. That's the 10 spiritual principles of our human existence. It helps to remind us of the truth of who we are, why we're here, what this earth journey is about, and put it in like places where you'll see it often, just to remind you of like, oh, I don't need to get caught up in this, like, you know, uh, what's that word? Disharmony of the world. Remember who I am. And the other thing it comes with is a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that you can listen to. And I hope you'll make it a part of your daily practice to reconnect with that pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. The way we start all of our meditation and healing circles. And it's a beautiful way to start the day. All right. And with that, I'm going to end the recording and open for Q&A. I thank you very much.